What's up, y'all? This is Franchise Play back. Yes, I'm back. Breaking the curse is not over. We still in spring training, but it's coming down to the end of it. Playing the Seattle Mariners. It's the top of the second inning. I got John Lester on the mound. Keppinger going the opposite way. This one's deep, and it ain't playable. Ichiro jumped up in the air just so nobody would call him lazy, but it was going anyway. A home run by Keppinger, which trailing early, 1-0. But Lester is up here in a jam. The little bunt. Look at this ridiculous throw. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that was. Yasmani Grandal just did not. He didn't want to be involved. He threw the ball clean over the man's head, and that really puts us in a bit of a jam. But Lester starts dealing. He got a little bit lucky there. The line out to Johnson almost doubled off Travis Wood on second base. Couldn't get him. But Buster Posey steps up. Bases jam, 2-2 count. Big time point of the game. Buster Posey will take a seat. He strikes him out. Lester works out of the jam beautifully. Yasmani Grandal up in the top of the fifth. He rips this one into the right center field gap. It rolls to the wall, but Yasmani Grandal cannot really run that fast, so he's only going to get a double. But that is sufficient because of Anthony Rizzo.
Here's the pitch. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it deep down the right field line. And that is over the wall. Home run. A two-run shot off the bat of Anthony Rizzo. And
Rizzo doing his thing, taking Travis Wood deep, up 2-1. But in the seventh inning, Lester still on the mound. Alexi Ramirez is going deep down the right field line. Ichiro could not quite get there. Gets the ball in. Pause for a second. I don't know if he lost time or what. I don't know what happened, but he just kind of, I don't know, his mind got caught in the matrix. And that turns into a triple. Probably would have been a triple anyway. Ground out RBI. Chris Johnson thought about going to the plate, but ends up taking a sure out at first base. Joaquin Arias on that ground out. Now here's Keppinger up again. He was just a problem for us, but this should not have been a problem. Runners on first and second in the eighth inning. Mike Trout, man, I don't know. He just let the ball just drop right in his vicinity. That didn't work out. So they take the 3-2 lead at this point. Bottom of the eighth inning, Anthony Rizzo up. He is going the opposite way, and it's deep. It's real deep. It hits the base of the wall in left center field. The left fielder there went through a little thing on the warning track. It turns into a triple for Anthony Rizzo. That's a beautiful thing. It really is. Now, Chris Johnson came up, messed up the bunt attempt, but we go to Carlos Lee, who has been really, really good off the bench for us. How good?
Infield in all around. Here's the first pitch. Now Lee swings and sends a drive in the air out to deep left field. And on the first pitch he sees, it's a home run.
Eric Wedge is very upset, and I don't blame him. Two-run home run gives us the 4-3 lead. Joe Nathan on in the ninth inning for the save. Struggled a little bit with his control, but ultimately he handles his business. On a little hard grounder back to him, and the Cubs win. I ain't gonna sing that song. I ain't gonna sing it, but we won. Takes the first game of this episode here, and the player of the game is this man, Anthony Rizzo. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, a triple, a home run, and 2 RBIs. That's a lot of total bases for that particular game. Good job, Anthony Rizzo. We win this one 4-3. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful game. Moving to the second game of this episode, taking on the Oakland Athletics. Cliff Lee on the mound for the A's. Edison Volquez is on the mound for us. This game, this is if you look at the records, we're pretty almost fairly even. We're 8-11, they're 7-9 in the spring. Getting the start for the Baby Gazelle is John McDonald.
And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. A leap at the wall, but he can't.
McDonald getting the start for the Baby Gazelle, but he's like, I'm Bambi's daddy, boy. But that was short-lived. That was in the top of the first inning. In the bottom of the first, Alex Rios going to straightaway center field off Edison Volquez, and that's off there in the lawn. There, he hit it in the lawn. That's a bad thing. Hitting right in the grass. Edison Volquez just wants the ball back. Now this guy here, James Morrow, in the second inning. Look at this shot here. Who in the Blue Devil hell is James Morrow? Whoever he is. He was a certified nut out here against us today. He hit that one a long way, but that was just the beginning of him, acting a complete fool. But here we are, in the bases loaded, trying to work out of a jam. Edison Volquez sits Ricky Weeks down. Your helmet is very small, or your hair is big, either one. And then we actually strike out James Morrow here to get out of a bases loaded jam. That was a good little sequence for Volquez. In the top of the fourth inning, look at Morrow. Are you kidding me? Laying out in the middle of the field. I told you he acted a complete fool. Look at this. Look at him rob Rizzo. You already done hit a home run, and now you want to do this? I think you just showing off. I got a fastball for your ear hole the next time you come up. You understand me? Top of the sixth inning, Anthony Rizzo, ground ball. Look at this play here. We had an opportunity to get on the board, add some runs there, couldn't do it. Rizzo taps out. But I told you, James Morrow was a fool, right? Look at him. He's victimizing us again. This time he's going opposite field. I mean, coming into this game, he was hitting like 352 with 4 home runs, but I thought that was just kind of like one of them things. Obviously, they pinpointed this dude as he's going to explode all over everybody today. Okay, so he's already done it. Now we are after a pass ball in the bottom of the sixth inning. This ground ball, and Chris Johnson can't handle it. He can't handle it. That puts runners on the corners. We're already trailing 3-1, and we don't have any room for any more mistakes. This ground ball tried to turn the double play. Jamie Carroll, you don't hear me say his name much, and it's because he don't never do nothing. You understand? Nothing. He didn't even do it. It's terrible. So we're down 4-1. It's the top of the seventh inning. Runners on the corner. Sean Figgins is up. We brought him. You want to know why Sean Figgins is in the game? You want to know why? Because it was a pinch hit situation. But Sean Figgins, he can't hit. So that's a problem. In the top of the ninth inning, though, we got Carlos Lee up. Here he is, ripping this ball deep. Now look at this. Carlos Lee is trying to get him some playing time some way, somehow. Even though Alex Rios probably should have caught that ball. Carlos Rios, that's not his name. Carlos Lee is on his way into third base with a triple. It's a generous triple because Rios probably should have caught that ball. We end up getting him home on a ground out. They conceded the run, 4-2, 2 outs. Ichiro Suzuki, another ball that Alex Rios probably should have caught, turns into a ground rule double. He's trying to blow the whole game. That's what he's trying. He's doing his best to blow the game. Brett Jackson comes on as a pinch hitter. Y'all know, if you've been watching this series, Brett Jackson has been all action, baby. He's been doing it. He's in 478 with 2 home runs, primarily off the bench. He comes through again, rips a single up the middle. Rios is up with the throw, trying to get Ichiro at the plate, and he can't get him. Ichiro with the beautiful slide, showing a lot of emotion. He don't do that normally, but it's a game. 4-3. Jay Bruce on deck. Mike Trout up to the bat. 3-2 count. A man on. No. Mike Trout watches 2-seam action on the outside corner and strikes out. And I told you James Morrow was just crazy, right? 2 home runs, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 2 for 4 day, and a ridiculous catch in right field. We ain't looking forward to seeing him anymore. I hope you get demoted to single A ball or something. Next game, Milwaukee Brewers. We're taking on Josh Johnson on the mound against Philip Humber. Tried to sneak in a 2-seam fastball on Nelson Cruz, and that is frowned upon in this establishment. He goes so far in the left field that we had to have him committed into an insane asylum. That was really, really a big home run. Down 1-0. A sacrifice fly here brings home another run for the Brewers, and now we are down 2-0. But we don't give up. We don't. Y'all know we don't give up. Mike Trout is up. Now watch this sequence by Trout. Trout he just shows just how much havoc he can wreak. He can just tear people apart. Base hit here in the left field. He's on first base, right? Jay Bruce comes up, which he's been quiet this episode. He ain't said his name a lot. He's tearing up the spring, right? He is tearing up the spring like a fat man on a bed. But Mike Trout on first base, check this out, still in second base, good. He's in there. I mean, you shouldn't even threw that ball. He was sliding by the time the man stood up out the couch. Just stay seated. Stay seated. He's on second base. Now look, next pitch. This is all one pitch after the other. Wild pitch there. We don't know where that was going. Philip Humber is, I don't know, acting like Rick and Keel. The ball gets away. Trout up to third base. Next pitch. Jay Brizus doing everything. Rips the base hit in the right field, and Trout just dominated that whole sequence. He just dominated the sequence. Gets a run in. It is now 2-1. Chris Johnson up after a long at bat.
And there's a fastball that's hammered the other way to deep right field. And that will find the seats, a home run.
Chris Johnson has been a little shaky at third base, in my personal opinion, but he's had some big-time hits, and that's a 2-run home run to the opposite field. Gives us a 3-2 lead at that time. Now here is the baby Gazelle back in the game, right? Ichiro's on second base. Look at this play. Going deep, Alfonso Soriano plays for the Brewers in this dimension, and in this dimension, he actually plays good defense. Did you see him go against the wall and make a catch? Now this was a big play because, of course, Ichiro scores on this if he doesn't catch this ball. He had to tag up and go to third because he almost killed himself on the wall. But then the next play up, Mike Trout comes up with the single that scores Ichiro. Had Cabrera been on second, he probably scores the two. There would have been 2 runs in that situation. But no haps. Here we are, up 4-2. Little ground ball. Nobody knows what in the devil they're doing on this play. Anthony Rizzo's holding the ball like it's, it belongs to him or something. I don't know. Leads to a ground ball single RBI here by Ryan Zimmerman, and all of a sudden it is 4-4. Now Alfonso Soriano comes up in the bottom of the 9th inning. Everybody here hates you. Everybody here hates you, Alfonso. Every single person in this building hates you. You know why? Because that's a walk-off home run that we just gave up. After he busted his face on the wall, taking a double, triple away from the baby Gazelle, then he comes up and hits a walk-off home run, and we don't appreciate it. We really don't. We really don't appreciate it. And
It looked like he saved his best work.
we'll see you in the parking lot. Somebody's gonna bust your head to the. I just felt that was uncalled for. I felt that he could have, got a single or something. He didn't have to do it that way. But at any rate, we lose this game. End up losing the last 2 games of this episode. Had a good opportunity to do some things, didn't do it. As you can see, there's only 4 games left in spring training. Only one more episode I'm going to do a spring training. I'm going to put all 4 of those games in the next episode so we can get on to the opening day and all of that, because I'm behind the real Major League season. Spring training record is 8-13, so we cannot finish 500, but it doesn't matter because that's not the regular season. You understand me? It's not the whole thing. So y'all don't give up on me. Please like, subscribe, follow. You see all the information here on the screen.